My ML told my husband I lied about my miscarriage. My husband was screaming across the kitchen island, demanding I prove I'd ever been pregnant, while his mother stood behind him smugly eating grapes like it was a reality TV finale she produced herself. I was shaking so hard, I dropped the folder of hospital papers, and she actually laughed and said, "See? She can't even fake confidence." 30 minutes earlier, I thought we were having a normal Sunday lunch. Then, his mom pulled out her phone, showed him a text from a friend at the clinic claiming I'd never checked in, and suddenly he was looking at me like I'd staged a national scandal. He didn't even ask me privately. He went straight into, "So? You gonna admit it now?" Like I'd been caught stealing from a church offering box. I kept begging him to just read the discharge summary, but he tossed it aside, saying anyone can print medical letters online. His mother clapped. Like my grief was a magic trick she'd successfully debunked. Quick context, she hates me, not normal meal tension. This woman once said she hoped her son would marry someone who actually contributes good genetics. So when we told her I was pregnant, she smiled with her teeth, but not her eyes. When I miscarried, she brought over a cake that said, "Everything happens for a reason," in blue frosting. I should have understood then that empathy was not part of her skill set, but accusing me of faking a miscarriage, that was Olympic level evil. She said, "I knew from the start she was lying. Women like her say anything to keep a man around." Women like me? I have a degree, a job, and functioning brain cells. 3 more things than she does on a good day. My husband didn't defend me once. He just kept asking for proof. Like trauma comes with an itemized receipt. So I walked out. Not dramatically, more like when your body decides you're done, even if your brain is still figuring it out. I grabbed my bag, keys, and the envelope from the hospital I'd kept tucked away because it hurt too much to look at. His mother said, "Where are you going? We're finally getting to the truth." I didn't reply. I just left. When I stopped crying enough to drive, I went straight to the clinic. I explained everything to the nurse, who remembered me immediately, not in a condescending way, but in that soft tone people use when they remember you from a terrible moment. I asked if there was any official documentation beyond the discharge form, something my husband couldn't shrug off as fake. She stepped away, came back with a sealed envelope, and placed a sympathetic hand on my shoulder. She said, "He shouldn't need this to believe you." Exactly. When I got home, they were both waiting, arms crossed, matching judgmental eyebrows. My husband actually said, "Did you go print more fake documents?" His mother smirked like she trained him. That was the moment something in me snapped so cleanly it felt like a bone. I handed him the envelope. He ripped it open with this dramatic flourish, like he expected to find glitter and lies inside. Instead, he found exactly what he'd been accusing me of not having: the ultrasound form verifying the non-viable pregnancy, the emergency visit notes, the doctor's signed summary. His face drained. His mother's didn't. She doubled down. She said, "Anyone could forge that. Clinics are desperate for money." Money? Lady, that clinic wouldn't waste ink on someone like you. My husband whispered, "Mom, it has the doctor's signature?" She shrugged. People get paid to lie. Then, the twist I didn't expect. My husband looked at his mom and said, "Did you really text the clinic pretending to be my wife?" She froze so hard, I swear the air temperature dropped. What? No, but he'd seen the number in her screenshot. He zoomed in. Same digits as her burner phone she uses for online shopping. She had texted the clinic herself, pretending to be me, pretending to check appointment records, trying to dig for anything to dismantle my pregnancy. She fabricated the entire lie. When he confronted her, she spun like a malfunctioning washing machine. "I only did it because you deserve better. She traps you emotionally. She manipulates you. I laughed. It wasn't pretty. It was the kind of laugh that comes out when the last string finally snaps. My husband turned back to me, whispering, "Babe, I didn't know. I thought." I held up my hand. "Don't. You believed her over me. You believed a woman who once said I dress like a receptionist over the person you married." He said, "We can fix this." And here's where the revenge comes in, not the dramatic kind, the quiet kind. I walked to the bedroom, packed a bag with exactly the essentials, walked back out, and dropped my wedding ring onto the coffee table so hard it bounced. He said my name like it was a plea. I said his like it was a goodbye. Then his mother shrieked, "You're really leaving over this?" And I said, "No, I'm leaving because I miscarried alone the